Welcome to everyone. I wanted to thank you all for coming here to Horizons for Homeless Children. We just had an amazing roundtable with early educators and families experiencing homelessness about how we will use a historic amount of money obtained by Congresswoman Pressley and deployed by Mayor Wu to support the early education sector and lift up some of the most vulnerable children in our city. It is fitting that this was held here at Horizons, as for 30 years we have served children experiencing homelessness with essential services and wraparound supports. We are particularly impressed at how the funding was deployed by the city. They have used this funding to train more providers in this important work. This money will be used to support people in developing trauma-informed approaches to working with young children and to supporting their families in getting access to vital services. I commend the Congresswoman and the Mayor for having the pulse on the needs of a critical sector of the economy, as well as the needs of families throughout their city and the most vulnerable population, which is often overlooked. Thank you very much, and I'm going to turn the mic over to the Congresswoman. Thank you.
Good morning, and indeed, it is a good morning. Very powerful discussion here today, and out of order, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the powerful words of Alice, Daisy, and Rosemary. Thank them for their advocacy, thank them for their transparency. I thank them for lending their insight and their expertise. I also want to thank our babies. I know you all think you're big kids and you're like, we're not babies. Yes, but you are our babies, and you're why we're here today. So we're here to celebrate and highlight the $1 million federal investment to provide emergency child care support for unhoused families in the city of Boston. Again, I want to thank Mayor Wu. I want to thank Kristen McSwain, Horizons for Homeless Children. Thank you to the partner organizations who put in the sweat equity every day. As I said, you're a critical lifeline and a source of hope. Thank you for all the ways in which you serve these families and the intention with which you center their humanity and dignity in everything. Homelessness in America, and especially for families with young children, is what I would characterize as policy violence. Again, it is a humanitarian crisis, in my opinion. It is a moral failing. It is a policy choice, and it is preventable. It's a byproduct of cycles of poverty that have become all too common in our nation, and that's what makes this federal investment so important. It is and essential. It is bold, intersectional, and it is an intentional investment which aims to disrupt this callous cycle. In Massachusetts, 1 in 19 children under the age of 6 experience homelessness. And while we work to address the root causes of homelessness in the long term, we're taking action now to mitigate harm and to ensure as many families as possible can access the child care and other essential services that they need and deserve. The project that we're highlighting today, and that I'm proud to deliver critical federal funding for, will provide families with young children with the resources needed. Children experiencing homelessness will be connected to wraparound resources such as behavioral and mental health, food service, diapers, clothing, and other essentials. We'll also provide parents with the opportunity to access the services that they need to become housed, to become gainfully employed. This is a bold, and to become healthy. I love what Senator offered earlier about the difference between surviving and thriving is healing. And I want to add one more edit to that. It's community. The difference between surviving and thriving, yes, she's right, it is healing, but it is community. And that is what is found here and what is intentionally being created. This is a bold, meaningful, and intersectional investment in not only our care and early education communities, but also our economy. When parents are able to work and their babies are safely cared for, everyone benefits. Again, this is as much about our GDP as it is about our families. As policymakers, and I know the mayor agrees with me, it is our job to be problem solvers. It is our job to alleviate hardship, and the best initiatives, in my opinion, are those that are community-driven, government-endorsed, and invested in. And this is one such initiative. It provides relief, it will save lives, and it is a direct investment in, I think, our most critical infrastructure, and that is our families and our babies specifically. I'm grateful once again to Mayor Wu and the City of Boston for their partnership and leadership, and to Horizons for Homeless Children. And I'm especially grateful to our families. And as I revisit the story that Daisy shared, first I want to just lift up her powerful words and resonant reminder that no one asked to be homeless. You know, we are all a life happening away from being unhoused, a layoff, an illness, a death in the family, a fire. Again, there but for the grace of God go all of us. And I love the story that she was sharing about Elijah after having visited the STEM lab, and he was talking about how a rock sinks and a feather floats. May all of our children be feathers. Amen. Amen. Okay. And so now I'll invite our mayor up.
Thank you so much, Congresswoman, for all your leadership, and to Kate and the entire team here at Horizons. It was the joy of my day to be able to participate in this roundtable and hear directly about all the good work that has been made possible because of this crucial federal funding that the Congresswoman delivered, and also all of the experiences, the contributions, and the continued challenges that we need to keep working on from the moms who are sitting at the table with us. So I want to echo the thanks to our incredible warrior moms for leading the way, and also being willing to share their experiences so that we can put that into practice and policy. What we heard from so many of the families in the city and today at the roundtable is that we have resources, we have systems, but often they are designed by people who haven't lived these experiences, and therefore the steps are all out of order. How can you possibly be trying to find housing and get a job while you're waiting to get funding for childcare so that you can actually make sure that your little ones are cared for? That is always going to be the top priority of families. How can you make sure that we have enough resources for you to put together all the pieces in your life if you have to do drop-off for your child's education or childcare, and then go somewhere else to go see the doctor, and then go somewhere else to get to work and make it all fit together? This funding and the collaboration, the leadership from these providers has shown that we have built the strongest ecosystem in the country here in Boston and Massachusetts, to understand that it takes a village to be the best city for families, and that it benefits all of us when we put those resources in place. So I am so thankful. We are trying to do everything we can on all fronts. This funding has made possible not just the closing of gaps, but also the affirmative case, the numbers, the proof that this works, and that when we empower our families, all of us are richer, all of us are better off for that. Many of the providers who were around the table, I want to give a special thanks as well. Each one has partnered with the city on something special and amazing, whether that has been free swim lessons for our young people, whether it's been new tuition supports and pipelines for career development for early education, work for the workforce for early education and care, or initiatives around ensuring that everyone is healthy and fed and happy and supported. So I couldn't be more blessed to be in this role in a city that truly values families at the table. And my most important role today, Sanila had asked, so these young leaders had requested, I'm going to fulfill their request, that they be able to sing the ABCs on the microphone, okay? So I have one microphone here. You guys want to stand up and sing? We'll all go together, okay? There you go.
Okay, all right, loud and proud, okay? Loud and proud. Let's go.
1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next
Thank you.
I think now the moment everyone's been waiting for. Oh, here we go. So welcome. All right. Oh yes. Oh, I got it. Yeah. I also want to acknowledge, in addition to our parents, our providers, and our partners, we do also have colleagues from the municipal and state level that are joining us, State Representative Montagna and also Councilor Weber. So we thank them for their leadership and for being here today. Raise your hand. Would you all like to offer anything? You're okay? Okay. I think the kids, they have the final word. That's how it should be. So, all right. Any questions? Great. I dare y'all to ask something off topic with these babies. Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.